Hello, Shubhas. Welcome back. We are still at genetics, grade 12. We are going to do the monohybrid crosses, right? Here is the statement and the condition that we have for the first one. The polydactyl is a condition that leads to extrafinals or toes. It is caused by a dominant allele. A man who is heterogeneous, let us highlight this. It is caused by a dominant allele. A man who is heterozygous polydactyl has a wife who is not a polydactyl, using the letter R and R. Now here we were given a choice where there is a condition, there is a situation whereby they give you the statement without giving you the letters. Here they are giving us the letters. We are using the letters, capital letter R and the small letter r. Do a genetic cross to show the percentage chance that their children will have a polydactyl. These types of questions in the exam or in the test, they cost 6 marks. So this is where you score high marks in the life sciences test. So let's come and refer this. They did not give us which one is dominant and which one is recessive. They just said it is caused by a dominant allele. So we are going to decide which one is allele. For doing that, you call it declaration. You are telling the marker that I am declaring R, capital letter R, as dominant what? A man who is heterozygous. Heterozygous, if you can remember very well in the previous videos, we said there are two contrasting alleles. This is heterozygous. So now, the dominant what? The dominant polydactyl. Then the small r is going to be a recessive. Polydactyl. And if it is recessive, it means that it is masked. Right? So here the statement says, a man who is heterozygous for polydactyl has a wife who is not polydactyl. So this one is polydactyl, this one is not polydactyl. So we are going to say what? We are going to say the parent P1. P1 means the first parent. We have phenotype. The phenotype is polydactyl. Crosses with not polydactyl. Right. This is for the phenotype. The parents for genotype. The genotype for this polydactyl come here now. We come and say, they say a man who is heterozygous for polydactyl. It is heterozygous. That means it's R and R. Crosses without R and R. See? Now after the genotype, now we are going to get what? We are going to go for meiosis. According to Mendel, when segregation occurs, each gamete will contain one allele. So we are going to take this meiosis, we are going to get the G for gametes. G for gametes. We are going to represent this with capital letter G. So we are going for gametes. The gametes is R and R. Each one will have a separate allele. Crosses with R and R. Now, after the gametes, then we are going for fusion. Fusion means fertilization. Means what? Mating. So they are going to get to mate. So when they mate, they are going to have here you put your gametes, capital letter G. They are gametes. These gametes, they go downwards and they go across. Now we take the gametes. Here are the gametes. This is the father. Rather, you can put the father here or the father here. Does not matter. R and R. Then you put the mother there. R and R. These are the gametes. These are the gametes. Now we cross. We fuse them or we fertilize them or we let them to mate. We are going to have the result of R here, and then here you have R. Then here you have R, and here you have R. Now from there, you go for F1. F1 means what? Means the children or the offspring, the first offspring of these two married couple is going to be, you start first by phenotype. You don't start by phenotype, you start by genotype. I'm sorry, excuse me. In the exam, make sure that you always start with genotype. So your genotype is going to be RR and RR. It's going to be 2RR and 2RR. Then your phenotype. Now, the phenotype is the one that is going to give you the answer. Here they say use the letter R and R. Do a genetic cross to show the percentage chance that their children will have polydactyly. Now, this is a phenotype. Phenotype means what? Appearance, physical appearance. So you are going to have 2 polydactyly and 2 not polydactyly. let's put the percentage of this. How many children do we have? There are 4. So for this, we're going to say 2 over 4 polydactyl and 2 over 4 polydactyl. What is 2 over 4? 2 over 4 is half. What is half? It's 50%. And here it is going to be what? Another 50%. So the percentage that they want is that 50% will be polydactyl and 50% will be not polydactyl. This is the format which I urge you, grade 12, to use for you to tackle the not only the monohybrid, the crosses, because we are still coming for the dihybrid, but for now it is monohybrid. When you do the monohybrid, you start with the declaration. You declare. Declaring, you are telling that this is the way that we are going to go and you must follow it. And you must follow it yourself. When you tell the marker that they must follow, you must follow it first. So right from here, there are other learners who do not understand this Punnett square. I'm going to explain this. Everything here is going to be like you are going to declare. After declaration, you are going to say R is dominant for polydactyl. R is recessive for polydactyl. Then you come and say the first parent, P1, I'm going to have a what? The phenotype. My phenotype tells us that we have a polydactyl. Crosses with not polydactyl. Right? Then followed by what? After that, you go for genotype. Genotype tells you about the gene combination. The gene combination of this polydactyl is genotype. We are talking about the genes. You have R because they say a man is heterozygous for polydactyl, and the wife is not polydactyl. Then from there, after genotype, after this, you go for meiosis, separation. Separation means segregation. Then you're going to get a what? You're going to get the gametes. Your gametes will be composed of R, capital letter, small letter, and small letter, and small letter. Right, this is what you get. From there, you go for fertilization. Right. Now, I am accommodating those who do not know, who do not feel comfortable about using this format of the crossing. So you are going to say, here there is no box. You simply say you have R crossing with R and R. So this one crosses with that, you find R. 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 The results are the same. So I was just accommodating those who do not feel comfortable of using the Punnett square. So you can go for this one. All the same. The results are the same. I will see you in the next video. Uncle Pythagoras is reciting out. I am going to ask you to go and practice this because this is just a practice. Then you will feel comfortable. After you have felt comfortable, then we move on to the next topics. Uncle Pythagoras will see you in the next videos. Please do not forget to like and subscribe for my YouTube videos channel. I'll see you in the